Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again today. As you can see on the back of my truck here, I have 3 East German Army assault packs. And I had a viewer, and probably, I think there's a couple more of you out there too, but Miles D was the most recent one that asked me to do a review on these packs. So I'm back here in the backyard, in the back 40, and trying to burn up some limbs from my camphor tree. They keep falling in the yard, and so the best way to get rid of them, I guess, is burning them. So also there'll be a lot of housing type noises like lawnmowers, and I got a highway right over here. Even though I'm in the back 40, there's still people driving up and down that road all day long. And here comes another one. So over here also I've got my East German bread bag and East German mess kit. That is a grenade pouch that holds 3 grenades right there above it, and that is the East German gas mask bag. I've got those out too for a little demonstration. So let me get the camera reset and we'll get started. Okay, so many of you guys already have these, or you've seen them at your local surplus over the last few years. I bought 2 at my local surplus, and the other one I got offline, and it's slightly different than the other 2, and I'll show you the difference. But it's basically, you measure this, it's basically 12-inch by 12-inch by about 5 inches across. Okay, so I'm not sure how much they're going for now, but I bought this one for, there's the original tag, East German Combat Pack, $12.99 at my local surplus about a year and a half ago, I would guess. Okay, and a lot of you guys use them for as just bags like this that you carry in your car, which is what I do. I got one behind the seat of my truck and one in my wife's car as a get-home bag. And sorry about all that traffic, man. They all decided to come at once. But also, I've seen some people use them as a regular backpack. On the outside, there's a tote handle, and it's got this strapping system, which goes along with the shoulder strap / suspenders. Okay, so it was like an equipment carrying belt. There are 3 of these. They're kind of a rubber coated reinforced. You can see there, see if I can zoom up a little more. They're reinforced with a like a, I don't know how to explain it, but reminds me of a hose on a car. The reinforcement they put in the coolant hose, and it's coated with a rubber, so it feels almost like an automotive hose. Okay, there are 3 of these, one on each side and one on the top. Okay, and the purpose of that is for the soldier to be able to carry the Zeltbahn, I think that's how you say it, or the poncho tarp, and it attaches, as you can see here, up and over the top. Okay, and then some of you guys may say, you don't have that rolled up right, and you're probably right. I tried to go according to the picture, but that's how the soldier would carry something similar to this. Okay, may not be exact, but it's close. All right, on the back, or on the top here, I mentioned these 2 carabiners. Those will hook into the suspender system. On the bottom, there are 2 kind of D-ring looking pieces here to hook to the shoulder straps, and a couple extra D-rings here for tying something to this. You could probably put a I don't know, a small bedroll or something underneath here to carry out the camp. Okay, let me open this up. These straps are kind of nice. They got this metal piece on the end to reinforce the actual strap. The tip of it comes out, and then there's these teeth here, so you have to release the teeth and pull the strap out. Okay, and I'll do that to the other side here. Now you can see here on the inside flap and on the inside of this whole bag, it is lined with a rubber type material, which was common with these types of bags to help make it more rainproof. Okay, on the top we have a strap on the side, from the sides here, that bind it and helps pull the load in. There's no reinforcing inside this bag at all. It's all canvas. Oh, and I forgot to mention that it is a canvas type material. Okay, and it's what's called raindrop pattern, or Strictarn is what it is in German, or I think that's how you say it, Strictarn. Okay, on the top here you can see on this one flap, it's got on this bag I have MVA, and it looks like a Roman numeral 3/F. I think that's what that is, or it could be an M/F, I'm not sure. Okay, and there's this buckle that helps hold the load together, pull the sides in. Also, it helps give a little bit extra rain protection on the sides. When this flap is closed, it gives a little bit extra rain protection. If it comes a real good downpour, it may not help. Okay, you notice here, this part's got the green, but on the inside of this material is like a shiny plastic lining here, which is what a lot of the MVA's type stuff had on the inside of their material. Okay, and then as we open it up, try to get this zoom back out, there's another flap that comes across the front, so this bag is a little bit overstuffed, or it should have laid like this, and then the binding straps come over, but it wants to pull away. But you pull this back, and then inside is a water resistant bag. Okay, it's a kind of reinforced a little bit, it feels like, on the outside with something, but on the inside it's shiny. And then in here I got a lot of NVA stuff that I've collected for my son. He's really young now, so he doesn't really care anything about it right now, but later hopefully he'll like it. But I got a cup and a bunch of other stuff in there. It's not really important what all I have in there. The review is about the bag. Okay, so two of my bags have this lining in it. Okay, the two I bought from my local surplus. Okay, so let me move this one to the side. Also there is no other compartments on the inside. It's a no frills type bag. It's just one great big compartment. Okay, I've got a lot of NBA stuff in here, but it's just one big compartment. Another mess kit down in there for him. Okay, this is the other bag I acquired somewhere else. I'm not sure where I got it, but what's different is you can see it doesn't have the green on the inside. Okay, and here I've got a stamping. See if I can get a better shot for you. 1970 stamp. That's pretty cool. And on the inside over here, like the other one, it says MVA, and I'm not sure, it's kind of a partial stamping right there. Okay, but this one does not have the bag inside. See if I can get this zoom back out. There we go. It's just a straight up bag. Okay, so it's still got this flap, still got the plastic coating on the inside here and here, and it's just one main compartment. This is the bag I keep behind the seat of my truck. I got a 10x10 tarp and some other things in there that I keep. I have a video on that, what I keep behind the seat of my truck. I'll put a little link up here if you're interested. Okay, so going back to this bag, Let me get something else set up here and I'll come back. Okay, so I've attached the suspender slash shoulder straps to the pack. And one thing I want to say is I'm not a historian, so what I'm showing you here may not be 100% accurate, but the pack hooks to the D-rings right here. There's two different places you can choose. So I chose the one that was the upper ones, okay? And then hooked it to the bottom down here with the larger D-ring. And many of you have probably seen this on the internet, and I'm sorry if it's being repetitive, but I just wanted to show my viewers who may not have seen that, but seen this before. But then there was a belt that went around the soldier's waist. It really wasn't a belt that went through their belt loops on their pants. It kind of went around the middle of their waist or somewhere around there. Okay, and I have done the best I can by looking at pictures, but this is the of how it should have been. But this is the gas mask bag, one of the canteens I have. This is a bread bag, and that's an AK-47 magazine pouch. Also, I have a grenade pouch. I'm not sure where that would fit on there or not, which part, so I just left it off. But it has this very similar hookups. It's got two loops that big belt would go through right there, and also some reinforcing wire, I guess brackets is what I would call it, okay, that the belt would go through and help hold it. Okay, so I'm going to try to put this thing on so you can kind of see how the suspender type system worked. Just remember, I don't have the physique of a soldier anymore, so don't laugh. Let me reset the camera. Okay, so to the best of my ability, I have put this thing on, and I'm a little bit too fat to be a East German soldier, so don't laugh. But so I'm going to aim the camera down here, and hopefully you can still hear me at all this traffic going by my house. So start here. Here's the shoulder straps coming over, and they split off, and the one goes back there to the assault pack. Okay, the other one came here to the front and hooked around this belt, and I've got these adjusted all the way out. So here's my AK-47 magazine pouch. I think I've seen in some pictures it was actually here. I'm not sure, but just remember, this is not historical. I'm just kind of showing you how it kind of worked. Back here, the East German bread bag. Okay, it just got slung back there. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is correct or not. Okay, here's the East German gas mask bag, which is kind of bunched up. There we go. I got my canteen back here. And on the back, you can see the combat pack with the shelter tarp on it. So, let's go back to the table. Okay, so with that little demonstration here, you can see that these are not very comfortable for the person who has to wear this. If you do have to use the bag, it's so small that I don't think you could really put a lot of weight on it, but after a while these straps will start to bug you, trust me. If you're carrying it with just a t-shirt and light clothing like we do here in Florida. So the strap system as it is not very useful to me, because I'm not going to have an equipment belt like this thing with all that stuff hanging off of it. That's just not my style. So I found on the internet where a guy decided to modify the straps. So basically what he did was, as you can see, he cut the strap that goes down the back, down the center of the back to the belt. He took that clean off. Okay, left the D-rings the way they were, but on the ends here, he changed this up. So this part still goes down here to the bottom of the pack, okay? But he cut these straps and modified them, and you turn it like this, and it became a kind of like a sternum strap. So that's what I did. I copied his method. I can't remember the channel. If I remembered, I mean, that's been years ago, but I copied that, and it made it into kind of a, like a, let me see if I can get a better view for you. It turned it into kind of a sternum strap type setup. But even with that, it was still a little bit, well, quite a bit uncomfortable, okay? So what I did with my other pack, I left this one like it was, okay, for my son's collection that's in here. But what I did for my pack that I carry in my truck, see if I can get this rearranged here. I have an Alice pack, and I decided that I wanted to get some LC2 straps for that. And the pack I had came with LC1s. You can see right there it says LC1. So I took my old LC1 straps and attached the top up here to the carabiner, and the bottom side down here to the bottom of the pack, okay? Just by passing it through. And this makes carrying this pack a lot nicer for what I do, okay? So, and another way I modified using what I have besides these straps is extending the amount that I can carry in this thing. So, this thing doesn't hold very much if you got a full mess kit and knife and saw and other things that I have in here, a first aid kit. So I have made use of my East German bread bag. Inside of here I keep food and stuff that just takes water, adding water to it, okay? There's a couple of compartments. I got some drink mixes back there and all that. So with this, you can attach it to the outside of this pack and extend the range, or extend the what you carry. So what I do here is let me get a close up. The 2 D-rings, I slip these through and button them like as if it was on the belt, but I slip it through the D-ring. And that rides up there just fine. It hangs a little low, but you know, as long as you don't overload it, it does just fine. I found if I put the food inside and here, cram it in here with all this stuff, it tends to, like, after a while, poke holes in those little paper bags and stuff. Okay, another thing I've done is with the grenade pouch. This is the East German grenade pouch. What I've done with it is I got a video on that too. I'll put it up here in the corner right now. But what I did was I modified this and turned it into carrying my Sawyer water filter stuff. So I've got the bag, the cleaning syringe, and the actual filter, and all the stuff that comes in the pack, okay? All rides in here really nice. Usually I have a rubber band around this bag here, but we have to roll it back up. It's made of that same material I showed you. It's got that plastic lining on it. So what I do with it, you get it back together here. So I added a couple of carabiners here. So what I do with that is I come up here to these D-rings right here. The same D-rings I have the bread bag hooked to. And just snap them on right there. One right there. One right here. So now you have this. So let me get a better shot for you. Looks like this now. So now my water filter is usually clipped on the back of this, and if I'm carrying any other pack other than this one, A lot of times if I'm going hiking and I'm not taking this thing, I'm taking a larger pack of some sort, I'll unclip this and clip that onto that bag too and carry it on the outside, whether it be my Alice pack or any hiking pack that I have. So it kind of extends the capacity of this nice bag. So there was one other thing I wanted to tell you, was about this camo. Okay, the Strictarn camo, also called the raindrop. It was about 1965 when they came out with the first version of this Strictarn or raindrop pattern. Now you can find this on a website. I'm looking here on my iPad, camopedia.org, and I'll put a link to it down at the bottom in my description. But Camopedia says the first raindrop pattern came out 65 to 68. Then they came out with a second design, which is the one you see here. It basically has more raindrops in it, okay? And it came around in 1968 and was used until the East German Army was disbanded in 1990 when they were reunified with West Germany, okay? Before that, there was another pattern camo called Blumentarn. Hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, my German friends. Blumentarn, which is also called flower camo. It came around, let me get my notes back. Just a second. Between 1956 and 1967, this was used. So this flower camo was also used on these packs and all this stuff that you see over here. Okay, everything, of course the canteen, all this stuff, all was made. Even the poncho shelter was made in that flower camo, Blumentarn, until they came out with this. So I'm not sure when this actual pack first came out. I'm going to guess there in the mid-50s. It was probably a continuation with the Blumentarn color. It was probably a continuation of what was from World War II that Germany used, and they just modified it. But I know that I've seen pictures of this pack with this camo. So thanks for watching today. My review of this East German Army combat pack and all the two different types I have. There might be even a third type out there that I don't know about, with maybe a different type of liner, or who knows, that's in the Strictarn pattern. But these are the two that I have, the ones with the liners and the one without, whichever one it was. Okay, and then I got all my other things out here. I'll give you a little closer look as I'm talking to you. So I try to do all kinds of different military surplus reviews like this, and different types of outdoor cooking and fishing and things like that. I especially like outdoor cooking, so if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. I try to put out as many videos as I can. I have a young son and a very busy job, so I can't get out a whole lot, but I try to do what I can. Like today, I'm out in the backyard kind of doing chores, so I worked in doing a video for you. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.